Hey everybody, it's Mia, just coming to you with my update. It's been quite a while since I've been on here. I actually have a video from maybe like 4 weeks ago that I never uploaded, so I'm going to upload them both at the same time so you can see like my last pregnancy update that I did, and also this one. So obviously the little one has arrived. This is Gianna Grace. She was born 11 days ago on May 28th. So she's super cranky right now, so I'm hoping I can make it through this entire video without her screaming. We'll see. So she's going through what is called a cluster feed today. So she's been feeding like every 45 minutes or so, and I'm breastfeeding, so it's been a long day. So I'm trying to hold her off before her next feeding so that I can have a rest because it's going crazy. But anyways, so here she is. Let me see if I can turn her around. Come here, Gianna. So there she is. She's so cute, if I say so myself. She's adorable. She's a really good baby. I'm lucky. Like, she lets us sleep at night for about 3 hours at a time. And which is fine because I had insomnia really, really bad my whole pregnancy. So I think I'm actually sleeping better now than I was when I was pregnant. And when I was pregnant, by the end, I was so uncomfortable. I mean, I think I barely slept. So I'm definitely feel, in a weird way, like more rested than I did during the pregnancy. So, and I have this little cute one to wake up to. So it doesn't really bother me. Like, I'm coping pretty well so far. Granted, it's only been a couple of weeks, but so far, we're coping pretty well with her. Let's try the baby. Boy. Come here. So here's an update for me. This is kind of like my pregnancy update, but then Kristen also did a video that I just watched, so I wanted to respond. It was about regain and people who've had weight loss surgery and pregnancy. So I'm just going to kind of speak from my own experience and kind of talk about where I am right now. So through my pregnancy, the highest weight I ever saw was at the doctor. And I don't really, like, regard the doctor's scale. I kind of just go by what mine says because it makes me crazy. Because, I mean, I never found doctor's scales to be that accurate because you figure 100 people a day stand on them. I don't think they recalibrate them all the time that often. So the highest I ever saw was at the doctor's office, and it was 200 pounds on the dot. And that was 1 week. I went back the next week, and I was at 199. So I don't really consider that I went up to 200. According to my own scale, which is what I have always, the same scale I've always used since before surgery, the highest I got was, I think the day before I delivered, I weighed myself and I was at 199. So to me, that is my highest recorded weight. I think I started at 180.6 maybe. I didn't have time to go back and look before this. So I gained a total of 19 pounds, which was my goal. The doctor told me they wanted me to gain between 15 and 25, and I really tried to stick to it. I was really nervous about gaining a lot and then not being able to take it off, especially because I had worked so hard to get it off in the first place. I didn't want to, like, just go crazy and gain all this weight and then be stuck where I was before, you know? So I tried to really stay in control. Now, I am not going to sit here and be like, oh, I was this perfect saint and I never did anything wrong. No. I ate, like, some days, great. I was lucky because this little one had me craving fruit like crazy. So I ate a lot of fruit during my pregnancy from day one till the end. I ate a lot of fruit. But I also had, like, candy cravings. I'm not a big candy eater. I'm more like chocolate bar type person, but I'm going to show you. I brought it out here. I haven't eaten any of this since I gave birth. It was like as soon as I gave birth, the craving went away. But I would say about 2 months ago, I went to Sam's Club. So you know where this is going. Anything from Sam's Club means it's like massive sized. And bought, I don't even like these things. This bag, well, not this bag, but I put it in this bag. These are Mike and Ike's. Which way does this camera go? There. Let me tell you, when I bought this and I put it in here, it was full to maybe like here. And this is a what, a gallon. This is a gallon. This is not a sandwich bag. This is a gallon bag of Mike and Ike's. So, yeah, it took me like 2 months to eat that much because I'm still pretty sensitive to sugar. So, I could only have so many at a time. But it was weird because we were walking into Sam's Club and I saw this guy walking out. And in his cart, he had that. And I was like, oh, I want Mike and Ike's. And my husband was like, I never saw you eat a Mike and Ike in your life. And I'm like, that's all I want. I think that's like all I bought there that day. So, I mean, my pregnancy was like, you know, I take the good with the bad. I had good days. I had bad days. I had days where, you know, I'd eat perfect all day. And then at night, I'd have like candy or ice cream or something like that. So, it was really not bad. Considering I was pregnant, no big deal. So, and I ended up with this healthy little one. So, you know, I did something right, obviously, because she's perfect. Aren't you? So, anyways, today is 11 days postpartum. I had her 11 days ago, and I have officially, as of this morning, lost all my pregnancy weight. So, I'm very happy with that. Very happy with myself that I was able to, like, stick with my own goal and, like, get the weight off. This video is a mess. I'm sorry. Now here comes my dog. The other one's coming. Everybody wants me and I don't have enough to go around. The poor dogs, I feel terrible. They're like my babies and now it's like I'm so busy. I feel bad. I feel guilty. I don't give them as much attention as I used to. But anyways, so I've lost all that weight. I do still have, I can't work out until 6 weeks postpartum. I asked my doctor in the hospital after she delivered the baby. I was like, when can I work out? And she looked at me and she's like, are you nuts? Like, really? You're asking me when you can work out? And I was like, yes, I need to start working out again. You know, I was really healthy, really in shape before I got pregnant. I mean, I did spinning 3 times a week. I did, you know, running. I had done the couch to 5K. I was doing the couch to 10K. So, I mean, I was very fit. And I would say I continued exercising through my first trimester. My second trimester, I started doing prenatal yoga for about half of that trimester. And then I stopped. I didn't do anything after that. It hit me like I was so exhausted and I was so uncomfortable. I just stopped. I didn't do anything. I was like a big lump of lazy for the last few months. So I'm really looking forward to getting back to getting in shape. Part of what happens to your body, those of you that have babies know this, but when you're pregnant, your muscles are kind of like, I don't know what the term is, but for lack of a better word, they kind of soften up. Come here. They kind of soften up in order to prepare you like for the childbirth and that and for your body to carry the baby. So my arms are disgusting. I hate my arms. And I mean, I always didn't like my arms since I lost weight because I had like a little bit of the waggle like under your, you know, like here. Now, oh Lord, my arms look like I'm an old lady, like bad. I mean, I lost whatever muscle tone I had, and that seemed to happen right away. Like, I lost the muscle tone in my thighs. Like, my legs are always very strong with minimal work. They always have been, even when I was overweight. And, like, I've told my husband, I'm like, I've never seen my legs like this. They're not flabby. They're just, there's no muscle. Like, usually you can touch my legs, and they're like rocks. Like, the muscle in my quadriceps are, like, amazing. And now they're just, like, soft. So I lost a lot of muscle definition and muscle tone when I was pregnant. So I think as much as I'll be focusing on getting my cardio back up to par, I'll be also focusing on the muscle, rebuilding my muscle. So I have P90X and I have that new Zumba. I'm like looking over there because they're in my entertainment center. So I have the new Zumba. I have the P90X. I have Insanity, which I don't like, so I won't do those. I made it through halfway of that program, and I felt like I was going to hurt myself, so I stopped it. So I won't go back to that. I have Taibo, which I've always been a big Taibo fan. So just waiting 4 more weeks, and I'll get back on track. So that's pretty much it. So this is kind of in response, like I said, to Kristen's video. So, I mean, as far as I go, like with my pregnancy and what I experienced is just, you know, I was able to get the weight off really quickly afterwards. I think when you gain a minimal amount, that's pretty common because you lose, you know, a substantial amount from the delivery. And then, you know, just initially you lose a lot. So since I didn't gain a lot, I lost it quickly. So I have like another 21 pounds to go to get to my goal that I had originally set for myself. So, you know, that'll be a little bit longer to get there, but that's still my goal. I know, like, I totally identify with what Kristen said in her video, is that she regained some of her weight from the whole finger food thing. That scares me, because I know, like, it'll be so easy when the baby starts eating food. Whoa, you didn't finish this, and just eat it. So that's going to be, I was glad she brought it up, because I know I've thought about it before, but that'll be something I have to be really conscious about from the beginning, and that's to, like, be careful not to do that, you know. If there's leftovers, I just got to force myself to toss them immediately, because otherwise I'll eat them. So I think it's common. I think with any weight loss surgery, it's not a miracle. Whether you have a baby or you don't, weight gain is very common. I mean, look around. A lot of people regain their weight, a lot. And that's something I always struggled with, is I was like, I'll never go back to where I was. And I think part of the key to it is keeping track and weighing yourself and knowing what do you weigh. So when you see the scale go up 10, 15 pounds, you can stop it there. Because I know the way I got to 270 pounds was letting it go for way too long. And then it just got out of control. You know, if you can catch it at 10, 15, 20 pounds, that's much more manageable. That's not a big deal. I mean, come on. Most of us lost 100 pounds, 50, 75, 100 pounds. Losing 10 to 20 pounds is nothing for us. We can do it. It's not a big deal. It's the key is catching it, and catching it early and doing something about it. So everybody that's making like response videos or talking about their regain, I think that's key. It really is. So for me, I would never be the person that doesn't have my scale every day. I know everybody has different thoughts about it, and some people feel for them the scale makes them more crazy. For me, it just helps me. Oh yeah, we're having a meltdown now. Helps me to know exactly where I am and what I need to do. So if I start getting out of control, I can nip it in the bud, whatever that saying is. Everybody says it different, and I don't know what the right way is to say it. But anyway, you can catch it really quick and take care of it. So I think a lot of it's just common sense. You know, like, we all know what we need to do. We all know what we learned. Yes, our stomachs stretch out over time, and yes, things change, and we don't have that rapid weight loss. But somewhere along the way, we've all learned how to eat. We know what we should eat, what we shouldn't eat. When we need to exercise, we all have learned this. Hopefully, through your journey, you have learned this and didn't just sail through like on your rapid weight loss and that's it. I think most of us have learned, you know, the right way to do things. So it's just going back to those basics and remembering, what have I learned, and putting it into action. So I think that's how I approach, like, eventually I know I'll regain. I regained when we moved from Miami to Pennsylvania. I gained about 15 pounds, maybe a little less than that. But I regained. I was miserable when we moved here. I left all my friends. I didn't like it here at first. I didn't have any friends. You know, my husband and I, it was just me and him. We didn't know anybody. So what did? We went out and, like, learned the area by eating. So we would go to different restaurants and all that. So I gained, like, 15 pounds. My husband also had gastric bypass. He gained as well. And we both just one day were like, okay, that's enough. Like, I gained whatever amount of weight and that's it. It's time to get back on track. So we both, you know, went back to basics, picked up our exercise and took the weight off. So I think it's, you know, it's kind of common sense. Sometimes we get so wrapped up and, you know, we were all so overweight and there's so much fear of gaining it back, but we know what we're doing, and you have to have that, like, you have to have that in yourself, like confidence in yourself that I know how to do this, I can do this, I've done it, and I'll do it again. And that's it. So we're hungry. I can't put her off anymore. So we're going to go have our, like, 20th meal of the day. So anyways, that's it. Say bye-bye, Gianna. Hope you're all doing well. Woo. Bye.